Welcome back, everybody. The beer will be flowing in Brew City for the next 8 days, even more so than usual.
And tomorrow it starts, Milwaukee Beer Week. It gives beer lovers a chance to taste, tour, and try different types of beer.
Joining us today, BJ Seidel, co-owner of Bernhardt's and Good Kind, and Kerry Campbell. He's a beverage specialist at Good Kind. First off, tell us about Beer Week. It's such a product. It's the thing that made Milwaukee famous. We give it 8 days all to itself.
Well, we give it a lot more days than that, but this is just one time of the year where we kind of really focus in on special events and really getting out there, tasting some new stuff. Beer Week kicks off tomorrow, and it goes for the entire week until next Saturday. And there's events all across the city. A lot of bars and retailers will be having different events, and you can check in there on your Milwaukee Beer Week app. You can download that.
Of course there's an app for that.
Of course there is. You can check in and see what's going on, and just have a lot of fun and try a lot of great beer.
So I guess during Beer Week you drink beer. So why don't you show us some of the stuff you brought for us today?
Well, we brought a couple of really fantastic beers here. Some of these represent some of the events that both Bernhardt's and Good Kind will be hosting this week.
Okay.
The first one actually is an event we'll be doing tomorrow. We'll be pouring here Perennial's Dual Artisanship, and that is a brewer that we'll be featuring tomorrow for our kickoff of Beer Week at Bernhardt's.
Let's talk about glassware for a minute. You're pouring that into a tulip glass. I have the name right?
Yep.
And why the tulip glass, and especially why that glass for this beer?
Well, the tulip, obviously, it has the shape of a tulip. It helps hold the carbonation that you see there. It's usually good for hoppy beers and Belgian stuff, things with lots of aromatics. Yeah, and it looks
Does
very
that
good in
shape
there.
just kind of funnel everything right to
Yep.
your nose?
Yeah, it's nice and wide on the outside, or on the opening, to hold in the aromatic, and yeah, you might even be able to smell it there.
I can.
Yep.
Smells good. And then you just put your tulips on it and drink it.
That's right.
That was smooth.
What's next?
Well, next we have Good Kind's going to be doing a Bite and Flight sort of series kicking off Monday.
Pairing?
And so it'll be a small plate pairing, 4 small bites of food with four small samplings of beer. And this week we will be featuring Sierra Nevada with a special guest on Wednesday, the 22nd, of Steve Grossman, who's the brand ambassador for Sierra Nevada. So we're really honored to have him come in and have dinner with us.
And you got your Pilsner. Is that for something a little more highly carbonated?
Yep, yeah, just like a champagne flute, it's very tall, so you can see all the carbonation. You have a nice head on there as well, but just like a champagne flute, see the carbonation and the color.
Kerry knows his beer. And Steve, you know your glassware.
So what's the last glass?
That's a snifter.
Perfect. Yep, this is a snifter that we have. We're pouring Central Water 17. That's our anniversary ale, the 17th anniversary. This is a beautiful Imperial Stout aged in bourbon barrels.
I'm guessing that's a little higher proof there?
Oh, yeah.
What's the ABV on that?
The ABV on this one, I think, is about 10-ish.
Yeah.
That looks kind of Guinness-like.
Yeah, it's a deep stout aged in bourbon barrels, and we'll be kicking that off on Wednesday over at Bernhardt's. We'll be doing a Central Waters tap takeover. They got all the lines, and we'll be pouring big heavy beers like this all night long.
Okay, and what's the name of the app one more time so people can know what they're doing?
MilwaukeeBeerWeek.com is the website, and you can download the app and check out all over this city. We have a lot of great beer events.
8 days.
8 days of greatness.
Dedicated
and
to
we have it at
Milwaukee's best.
TMJ4.com/links for you as well. BJ, Kerry, thanks so much for coming in and showing off some of your good stuff there.
Thanks for having us.